Hey everybody, I am live. It is time to start. I hope everybody's having a good evening. Let me know where you're coming from. I see a lot of people in here already having a conversation. I joined in a little bit. I'm changing this up just a tiny bit just to make it more interesting. But we're definitely going to keep it just as friendly as it's always been. Our main thing that we're trying to accomplish tonight is to make sure that you're completely comfortable with this program. You know how to get started, you know where everything is. And with that in mind, the next thing we're going to do is a back office tour like I always do. So let's get started with that. And I don't like that. Let's go with this. All right. So I'll be getting on over to our back office, which is right here. Hopefully everybody can hear and see. Can you hear and see me just fine? I always ask that, and I think you're fine with hearing me. Is everybody able to hear me and see me? All right. So we're kind of slow at getting any answer in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and assume you can hear me and see me, and we are going to get started. Anyway, this is our back office of the Got Backup. As you can see, we are in the front page, the welcome page, which is what you come to when you first log in. I want you to actually notice there is not only a video that I do encourage you to watch, but there is also some tabs here that will kind of help you get around real fast and easy. And they correspond actually with the ones on the left of your screen. Well, if you're looking at the screen like I am, it's to my left. And let's look and see what these are. So I'm going to open this up. This is actually where you get started if you've never used the software before for your machine. Of course, this is for all of you depending on what you are involved with. If you have a Windows machine, obviously you're going to download the Windows app for Windows. I want you to also notice that's also where you'll get the Google app if you are a Android user. And on the other hand, if you are a Mac user, then you would come over here and download for the Mac. Now you might be a crossover like I am. I have a Windows machine, but I have an iPhone. So I would need to know how to get to my iPhone app. And I also want you to notice there is a big orange button under each of these. And what these are is installation videos, and they do explain in great detail how to get started. And so if you have not yet gotten yourself started with the download and getting yourself all set up, make sure and watch these videos, the one that corresponds with the machine you have, okay? So we're going to go ahead and jump back to the members area. The next one is the promotional tools, which also corresponds with the reseller tools. Okay, so it's the same tab, and that is right here. We're going to go in more detail what all this is in a few minutes, but I just want to make sure you know that you have two choices on how to get to these pages. Everything is pretty understandable. I think one thing that's really cool is they keep this simple. It's not complicated. And then, of course, the last tab is our compensation. There is actually two videos on here. If you have any questions at all about how to run, how you're going to get paid when people start buying from you, this is the best videos to watch. It has both videos and a PDF for both of these. There's two videos on here. The first one is the direct referrals, what happens with that. And the second one is about the binary. A lot of people want to know about that, so that's where you'll find that information. And if you want to know where that is in our back office, it is in the same place right here as you noticed, it actually automatically punched this button, which means this is the other place, that the other way you can get to it. So we're going to go ahead and close that window so there's no confusion until we get further along here. So then, the use this tool is the same as the Got Backup dashboard. It'll take you to the same place. And then the reseller tools. So let's go back to the Use This Tool tab. I already showed you the first part of how you get to your actual downloads. But the other part of it is this is how you get to the cloud, where your files are actually going to be saved. So let's just go ahead and auto log in real quick, which happens if you're already logged in, it's going to auto log in. So you don't have to know any other password but the one that you have for this back office. Now, the first one just takes you to kind of a hello website, but you really want to get to the one called Files. Everything is right here. And just today, somebody uploaded some new pictures in here. So let's go on back into here. Now, the next thing I want to look at, again, let's punch this again and go and detail to our reseller tab. As you can see, of course, the very first thing we come to is the pages for your promotions of this product. And I love that everything is simple. You don't have to go anywhere special to get a hold of the link. You can copy it, create a tracking link, which I love that. If you have any paid advertising, you simply click this. Let me do it right now so you can see. And it gives you a chance to put in a little bit of tracking code. The easiest thing to do actually is to put in the date. Say you're going to do a click ad for next week, and today is the 21st. Well, let's say it was going to be start on the 31st. The easiest way to create this would be to do this, and then you just simply click that and you've got a tracking code. And when you come back and you look, if I go backwards, okay, we'll go backwards this way. You'll notice now that it actually has a little spot down there that lets you see what's going on. We have a tracking code. We have a way to copy. This does not have any leads in it, so obviously it does not have anybody visiting this site because this is a demo site. But that is where you're going to find all the information about each of your pages. We want to keep it really super simple. I'm going to click that again just to make sure that we're back on the page. And, you know, we have these webinars 4 times a week now. This is your link to actually offer it to people that are in your list. And if you're just doing even a little bit of promotion, people are on your list. Make sure you're sending them an email at least a few times a week. Don't just depend on the company to do it. You need to do it too. We have banners. And there's pretty cool ways that you can use this. One thing I noticed is if I like this, but I don't want to use the code, I click this, and guess what? You can copy this down to your computer just as that. Now, just have the picture. You don't have to have the link attached or all the code if you don't want to, and you can use it any way you want. Or we have advertising copy in here. Now, this is like emails. You can use this in your emails. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to show you what you do with that. The next tab down, all of this is the same kind of stuff, but the next tab down is called the lead capture system. We have our own autoresponder attached to this program. You don't have to pay for a separate autoresponder, which means you save a huge amount of money just with that. So let's say that I wanted to actually create a broadcast to my leads. So if I wanted to do that, of course, you want to make sure you've added people to your list, which means nothing here and all your lists over here. But here we've got opportunities to actually use some templates. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one just for the fun of it. Now, of course, I'm not going to use this text. This is for the purpose of giving you some holder space. But I just copied that first message and I did a Control V and that put it in here. Okay, now I have an email to send. But of course, you need to do a few changes. Make sure and change this picture. If you click this picture and then you slide up here to the picture folder, right here where it says insert an image, you can actually upload your own picture. I'm not going to do that this time. I've shown that to you before. And make sure and change this too. If you click this and then you come up here to the chain right here next to the picture, it gives you the opportunity to put your own Facebook link in here so they have a way to contact you. Make sure that if there's any information in here that needs to be changed, like maybe you want to sign it differently, you do that. And then once you've done that, you can actually click the add button and make sure you put in a subject line. I sometimes forget to do that when I'm doing these demos because when I'm writing my own, I do the subject line first generally. But now we have a message to send. Make sure at the end, though, after you've got it set up, that you click this Q, and that means that it's ready to go. And you're ready for it to go out. Now, we don't have any leads tonight, so as you can see, all of this is just sitting down there because there's no leads for it to go to. But this is how that works. You can look at your old broadcast by going to Broadcasts, and you can send a new one through the Send Broadcast tab. I use that every day. I love this system. And now we'll get back up again. And other things we have going on, make sure you watch the installation videos. This is simply another tab to the same ones I was showing you before. So let's go ahead and click that just to make sure you know that you've got all these available to you. And they're labeled according to the place where you want to use them. This looks like it's the Macintosh tab. So now the next tab down is the My Business. The compensation plan we've already visited, but when you start to get paid, it's going to show up right here in the commissions page. And of course, this is based on what you have earned for the day, for the week, and for the month. And you can even check on it yearly as you go along. Now remember, we have a 30-day guarantee for everyone that joins. So what you see showing up today will be 30 days before it'll be paid to you. That's so that there's plenty of time for that 30 days to elapse, and it's important because then you don't have to worry about paying for somebody that wants to get a refund. Now, we don't have that happening a lot, but it's a good thing to know that you don't have to ever pay that fee back. I've been in companies where that happens. So now I think I've got pretty much everything covered. The only other tab to look at is the My Downline tab. When Wednesday happens, and you can read this too, and we have somebody in our power line, which you will see under here. They will be added to your tank every Thursday morning. And then it is a good idea to get used to being able to place them. And as you go along, you're going to start seeing that this goes 4 people down on this main page. In order to get to your entire downline, and like with mine, I always have to click this because my power line is pretty long. You can scroll down all the way to the bottom And then when you start to get to a point where you have to click a few people to get all the way to the bottom, it's all under here. And it's pretty cool when that starts to happen. You see your downline growing like that. So the next tab down that is important is the My Direct Affiliates tab. And in here, it'll actually show people in detail their name, their username, their email, their phone number, and guess what? That allows you the opportunity to contact them so that you can help them if for whatever reason they didn't get finished with the once in a while they'll show up in the cart abandoned, or it gives you an opportunity to find out if they're a year customer or if they're a monthly customer. And that is cool too. So that's what we've got in here. Of course, we got leaderboards and a bunch of stuff. I'm going to stop on that and come on back into our stream and see where we're at, see how you're feeling. So I don't understand. Oh, you're talking to Gloria. Okay. Okay, Jerry, if you don't have your sync set up correctly, that would be why. Make sure and go through the videos because it really helps you to understand if you look at the videos. Please take the time. It's well worth it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do after our tour is we're going to do Q&A. Okay, Gloria's having trouble. I don't know why, but I can't do a whole lot from that. And thanks for all the people saying hi. I didn't see it while I was on the tour. Miguel, I don't think you're in my downline, at least not the direct downline, but then my downline, you could be under anybody under my personal downline. I don't know where you are. But the easiest way to find out, let me go ahead and show you, is to go, let me go back and show you where you would find out. Let's close that and that. The easiest way to find out who your actual sponsor is, click on the My Downline tab under My Business. And this is a demo account again, but your sponsor is going to be right here underneath this legend here, right here. So that's the easiest way to find out who your actual sponsor is. I don't think it's me. I haven't seen you in my team, but thanks for asking. I'm glad you got in, Gloria. Okay, so now I'm looking for questions. Questions, please. And make sure as we go along, if you have not joined, that is the link for joining. And as you came in from somebody's link, you will actually be set up with that person. Okay, Jerry has a good question. Jerry, what I do, I did do a resync. Sometimes that happens. If you find that it's not working like it should, let me go ahead and show you what I mean. I will add my setup is set up the way I want it, so I'm not going to change anything. But you can notice that everything is where you want it to be. If it has a check mark, it's good. If it's not, you can actually add a new one right here. You would simply click it and add it. Follow the instructions in the videos. If there's one not working, if you get a bunch of red marks and things going on that doesn't appear to be correct, and I've had that happen, you simply remove it. You can click and remove right here. I'm not going to change anything in here because it's working correctly, but that's all you would do is remove it and resync, okay? And that is how you would make it work again. Okay, good. Can you go over the social media side? Shannon, that is really not my focus, and the reason why is because Jerry on Thursdays does a lot of work with that, and he's really good at it. But we have replays right here in this video channel. Please go ahead and click the live button and look for Jerry, and that's on Thursdays. He just did one last Thursday. Watch one of his videos. He goes through that in detail, and that is his personal focus. So go ahead and watch that, and I promise you it'll help. You're welcome, Miguel. Okay, how do we move people to the left or right? You would click that, depending on how deep your links are, you simply would, I don't have where I can demonstrate, but it's also in the one of those get started videos as well. But you would simply click where there's an open space. On Thursday morning, if you have paid members that have moved into your tank, your holding tank, then there's going to be, it'll look different that day. What'll happen is your legs will not only, you'll see your legs, but you'll see a lot of open spots. And so the most important thing is to make sure you're staying on the left hand right outside or the left hand right side outside all the time, and choose which one is going to benefit you the best. The way it works for me is to keep it kind of even on both sides. I look at it and say, okay, where am I weak? And then I put somebody under that side. I hope that helps. Let me know. Oh, I'm glad that helped you, Sharon. Yeah. Yes, under the live tab. Okay, James? So all of our replays are under the live tab. Okay? And YouTube puts videos that are uploaded in a different folder. I don't know why they think they have to do that, but they do. So look for the live tab. Okay, Victor's happy. He understands. Good, good, good. All right. Anybody else with questions? I'm glad to answer anything I can. Help you out, make you feel good. Okay, I am on Windows. Is it automatically set up for Windows? No, it is not. You need to actually download the app. If you're in Windows, go to the Windows side and go to the Windows videos that explains how to set up. Okay, Miguel? It sounds like you're brand new. That's great. I'm glad you are. Okay. Let me show you that real quick. Okay. We're going to go ahead and go back to that place. All right. So when I hit the digital and then I hit the use tool, okay, I want to use the tool, so that puts me on the startup page, right? And if I go down to the Windows folder, I want you to notice right here, Miguel, I want you to notice I'm using my mouse and I'm circling around it. We have a whole bunch of videos right here in our backup, all ready to go. So follow the instructions exactly in order, and then you'll be set up properly. Okay? Why can't I demonstrate what? How to place somebody? If you notice, the demo site does not have any people in it. We did that on purpose, Kathleen, to keep people's information secret. Okay, this is a good question. I reformed my hard drive and reinstalled Windows and installed the software, but my aren't synced in the correct spot. You can delete any of your sinks and start over, Karina, and that is the easiest way to handle it. I tried to show it to you just now, but I'll do it again. Let's see, we are still in share. If you right click, there's your got backup is going to show in your tray. I don't know if you can see where I'm at, but you're going to look for either the keyhole or a check mark in the bottom here and right click for and then click settings. Okay, that is how we bring up the settings and showing where our sink is. Okay, if for some reason this is not working correctly, I would simply click this button where the three dots are and remove this. Of course, mine is fine, so I don't want to do that. But you can actually remove all of your sinks if they're not working correctly and start over anytime you want. Okay? With 6T, you're not going to run out of space. So make sure your sink is where you want it to be. So if you're not happy with it, if it's not doing the right thing, go ahead and remove it. You'll be safe, and everything that's on it that you want to keep will stay in your back office. So that's how you do that. Okay? Okay. No, I wouldn't say that you can remove people from one leg to another, but one thing you can do is every Thursday morning when you have paid members that were in your power line, they get moved to your holding tank. That'll only show up for a short time on Thursday, okay, after Wednesday cutoff, right? You will have open spaces on both the left and the right, and you choose where you want it to go. Go to the bottom of either your left leg or your right leg. On the outside, the inside legs are not what you do. Those are for everyone else, not you. Okay? That's for your inside team to take care of. Okay. When you give your family a link for them to back up their files, what type of instructions will they receive? They'll have the same backup startup folder that you see when you come into the use this link, and they should be able to see the same videos explaining how to get started right there. Okay? Because they're not going to see your files, but they still will have a back office that looks like yours, and they will see those videos. Okay? Okay. You make money every time there is somebody that has started paying from your link. Okay? 30 days after they started. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Good. Ginger's happy. Any other questions? Yes. Only new members can be placed where you want each week. Yes, exactly, Gilbert. Once they're placed, if you're not happy with where they are, you'll have to get support to help you because generally we don't move people around over and over again. That's too confusing not only for you, but for them as well. Okay, good. Any other questions? A good group here. I don't know if I took care of ever. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Sorry. I didn't ignore you, and I definitely do not ignore people. I might not see your question, but I don't ignore you. I don't know what you paid 150 for because that is not what even our yearly costs. So make sure that you're talking about our program, okay? Okay, awesome. Any other questions? So our monthly is $9.97 a month. Our yearly is around $97 a year, 97, 98, something like that. So that's an entire year. Think about that though. Do you know of any other place where you can have a business for $100 a year? I don't know. This is pretty good. So, hopefully everybody's understanding. Please let me answer any of your questions. I want to make sure that you're happy and you understand. This is very important that you understand. And make sure if all of our our all of our back office is exactly the same. If you have got backup and memory place, they're in the same place and you have only one back office and you have only one downline. There isn't two downlines, okay? Only one. Then I would definitely go and talk to support. Put in a support ticket, okay? Because I can't help you with payments or things like that. That's a support issue. So make sure and go and talk to them. They're very good. They love to help you, and I know they will. And I love all the people that are helping each other. That's awesome. The button I clicked to open folders. Which folders are you talking about, Jerry? I'm I have to go clear back to find out what it is you're asking about. I don't remember what we were talking about because there's so many people in here. But guess what? Our system is really fun and easy. And let me tell you, you don't have to be afraid to go ahead. And I'm going to take the share off. You don't have to be afraid to go ahead and go and do this all the time. Okay? Have fun and play around. Okay? Play around. Get acquainted with your back office. Okay? Because I'm telling you, this is easy. You don't have to make it hard. Watch those videos on setup, okay? It's fun, it's easy. Have that attitude. I tell you, it makes a big difference if you have a good attitude as well. Don't be afraid. It's not hard and it's fun. I'm waiting to see if there's any new questions. Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate you really participating. Sharon, you add your content when you do a sync, and that is in the videos. Please watch the videos again, and it's okay to watch them more than once because sometimes I have found that I do have to watch something more than once. I get it better if I watch it maybe even 2 times and sometimes 3. It's okay. It's really okay. Yes, absolutely. The comp plan is explained so well by Joel. There's no way I want to do it better than him. He did it very, very good. Okay, there are a total of 6 people, counting yourself if you actually add that many people. Okay, yes, they all have their own password, their own username, and their own email because it's a private, separate account. Okay, you're not going to get into their account and they're not going to get into yours. Okay, it's important to realize that that is what it's all about. You don't want to get into their account and you don't want them to get into yours, right? So that's what it's all about. Sharon, I'm sorry. If those videos don't make sense to you, I don't know what to tell you because I think they're easy. I'm not putting you down, honestly, but it's real easy to do this. And let me show you one more thing that I think is really cool. And that is, let me go one more time. And I'm actually going to go over to my back office. I want to show you something in here because it's easier to see it in here than it is to see it in the demo account. And I'll show you, I've got a huge bunch of stuff, okay? So most of this is synced, okay? Most of this is synced. It's not showing up, and it looks like my phone app actually put it out in the open. So see, you can have a mistake even if you know what you're doing. I hit it to sync today, and it put it here instead of where I wanted it. So that's not a problem. You just simply do this. So if I don't like where something is, or if I want to change something, like I want these to go somewhere else, here's something cool you can do. Bear with me. Yeah, I got it. It's only 12 files. Okay, so I have clicked just those files, and I can download them. And the reason why that's important is then you can put them in another place. So now, let's say I wanted to have a new file for my pictures, new pictures. Okay, I've got a folder now called New Pictures, but you might notice it's empty. So now I'm going to actually add. I can do this either this way or with a sync. I've done it both ways. It's just as easy to upload if you want to. And I'll just pretend I just want this one in there. Now I have that picture in there. See how easy that is? And fun. And fun. It's fun. Not hard at all. Thank you, Bill. Okay, Kathleen, I thought I did. Okay, Kathleen, I said it to someone else as well, but I believe your best bet really is to watch the Thursday videos. There's replays of them. Jerry does Facebook advertising for free, okay? Please watch that and learn from Jerry about how to use the Facebook advertising. And I do not mean paid advertising. I mean using Facebook to make new contacts with people, and therefore new ways that you can talk to people and new ways that you can share the product, okay? That's what I believe you need to do. All right? Okay, I showed it to you before. I think people are not paying attention. The referral link is the very first thing I showed you. If I click the Got Backup and I come down here to the tab called Reseller Tools, right here, your links are right here, these pages. And to get that page ready to use, you simply click the Copy Promo Link button. And then you have it, okay? And just to show you how easy, there it is. Okay, I didn't share. Okay, yes, you're right. I didn't share. All right. Let's go again. In the Got Backup, Reseller Tools. Right here, okay? The very first tab. The very best page to share, actually, is the first one you come to. Right here. And like I said, right there. It's sharing on my side. Yeah. Kathleen, you're already in the YouTube. When we get done tonight, before you leave this channel, click the channel icon, okay? And when you get to the channel icon, you'll see that you can also click on some of the tabs. And the first one is videos, and the second one is live. All of our videos are under the live tab, okay? So that's where all of those videos are hiding, I guess you could say. Let me go there real quick and make it easy. Make sure I'm sharing, yes. Am I sharing? Yes, I'm sharing. Okay, so I'm going to go to YouTube. Here's where we are right now. So I'm going to go to YouTube. If you click right here, see where I'm pointing? I'm pointing at the global virtual tab, which is the icon for the YouTube. And if I click over here to the live, it's showing me live right now, but it's also showing all the past lives. Like here's what we've got. And Jerry right here. Okay? So watch Jerry. And he's got a couple of videos in here yet. Jerry, recruit like a pro, okay? That's what I recommend for you guys. You're welcome, Kathy. I'm really glad that you get it. Kathy, I'm sorry if I called you the wrong name. Sometimes it gets a little hard to say everybody's name, so don't get mad at me for that. Anyway, any more questions? Coming up to an hour. Everybody happy? Is there any other questions? Everybody good? Oh, thank you. Well, I remember being new. I remember it's not always fun because you think, I come from a different perspective because I've done this for a while. Yes, watch Jerry. He's really good. Okay. And start from the beginning. He's got about 4 videos in there already. Okay. So watch from the beginning. Go back to the beginning. It's only about 4 weeks worth. But you'll get it if you do that, and it'll help a lot. All right? Thank you, Victor. Yes, Russ, and I appreciate all the people that come every week. That's awesome. And all you new people, you got so many new people in here. It's awesome. We're growing like crazy. It's so fun to see. You guys have an awesome, awesome night, and we'll see you again on Monday. Unless there's another question that I haven't answered and I don't see any. But I think we're good. Everybody have an awesome night. I'll talk with you again. Yeah, I see that. He didn't do last Thursday, but just go back further. You'll be fine. Okay? Go back further. Well, I think he's got about 4 weeks in there, 5 weeks. So go ahead and go to the beginning and watch in progression. Okay? Watch the first one and then watch the second one and so forth. You'll get the idea if you watch just a couple of them. I promise. Okay? So it'll be worth it. You're so welcome, Bob. I'm glad you came. I'm glad all of you came. And I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. Yeah, we actually got done a little sooner. Yeah, that's good. You guys have a great evening. I'll see you again next week. Bye for now.